Our students crave the use of technology. They were born into a world where technology is so prevalent that not using that resource to help them is doing them a disservice. Students can sometimes be overloaded with technology, so understanding the proper use is essential. If we teach today as we taught yesterday, we rob our children of tomorrow. While many new technologies have emerged throughout history, so has the cry for educators to find meaningful ways to incorporate these technologies in the classroom. Students that use technology have been known to have better technical skills, have increased motivation, are able to accomplish more complex tasks, and have an increased use of outside resources. Did you know, if you are 1 in a million in China, there are 13,000 people just like you? The 25% of India's population with the highest IQs is greater than the total population of the United States. The top 10 in-demand jobs in 2010 did not exist in 2004. We are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist. Our kids are learning tools and skills that help them remake content and become the creator and producer. The 21st century learner is actively thinking about information, born consuming media, and they are in a much more active rather than passive role. Students are actively making choices about how to display information, manipulate information, generate information, and obtain information. Wayne Lang has introduced us to many new educational tools that will expand our knowledge of technology to benefit our future students. These tools include Scoop It, EduBlogs, Audacity, Excel, Movie Maker, and PowerPoint. Although we had prior knowledge using these tools, Wayne has showed us many ways in which we could use these to benefit our student outcomes. Wayne had also given us 5 assignments which would see us using new educational resources as well as connecting them to the curriculum. The ICT video is beneficial to students because it allows them to make the most of the digital technologies available to them and helps them to adapt to new ways of doing things as technology evolves. In the Australian curriculum, students develop ICT capability as they learn how to use ICT effectively and appropriately to access, create, communicate information and ideas, solve problems, and all work collaboratively in all learning areas. In the Excel spreadsheet, the Australian curriculum says that much of the explicit teaching of numeracy skills occurs in mathematics. Being numerate involves more than the application of routine and procedures within the mathematics classroom. Students need to recognise that mathematics is constantly used outside the classroom. It is important for students to have knowledge that they can use ITC for all learning areas. ICT PowerPoint. Language, verbal or non-verbal, is critical for the development of literacy skills. Using the ICT skill of hyperlinking allows students to both learn through visual and interactive stimulation. It gives students the ability to be able to develop their imagination as well as viewing and writing skills. It gives them the opportunity to create visual and digital text. This goes hand in hand with the requirements of the literacy curriculum. Scoop It brings educational value to its students because it allows them to access a world of resources that develop their knowledge of specific content areas. It also develops a student's technological knowledge by introducing certain ways of thinking and working with technology. Effective technology integration for pedagogy around specific subject matter requires developing sensitivity to the dynamic, transactional relationships between these components of knowledge situated in unique contexts. It also allows students to understand information broadly enough to be able to apply it productively to any subject matter. The ICT podcast. In the Australian curriculum, students develop capability in creative and critical thinking as they learn to generate and evaluate knowledge, clarify concepts and ideas, seek possibilities, consider alternatives, and solve problems. This activity requires students to think broadly and deeply about a podcast topic that would appeal to others and also be of value. This podcast allows students to be resourceful and logic by finding information about the chosen podcast topic. It also allows them to use their imagination by creating scoops, stories, comments, and opinions of the desired topic. Throughout ICT, I have learnt a lot that will be of great value to my future students and also to myself as I enter the education world where technology is forever evolving. With this knowledge that I have gained, I'll be able to, with great confidence, apply the use of ICT within my classroom. Many thanks must go to Wayne Lang as he has taught me and shown me many resources that I will most definitely be using in the present and future.